Hey sis, have you ever felt like you should be further along in your healing than you are right now? Like a lot of time has passed and yet your heart still feels like hurting, tender, sensitive. You feel like it's still affected. If that's you, let's talk about it. Because one of the hardest things about healing is that sometimes you feel like I should be past this. Or when your heart is still processing everything, it's like it doesn't just apply to just one type of loss, though. And that's the hard part of it. Because, excuse me, the loss can be like the loss of a loved one, like a family member, loved one, the loss of a relationship, the loss of the version of your life that you had pictured that you thought you were going to have. It could be even the loss of like who you thought somebody else would be. And when you've experienced like multiple losses, like over and over and over, like close together, like your heart may still be healing like from more than one thing at the same time. And that can be hard because let me explain like what's going on in a way that kind of makes sense or give you kind of like an analogy because you guys know I love analogies. So imagine yourself carrying a backpack, right? Like you're going hiking or something and you're carrying a backpack, or you're just walking through the mall, walking in the neighborhood carrying a backpack. At first it's just light and easy to carry because you just have the bare necessities in it. And then think of the losses like, but with every loss, something gets added into your backpack, right? It started out light, and then you had a type of a loss. It could be grief, grieving a loved one again, relationally. It could be disappointment, the life that you thought you had. So we're gonna just unpack this and pack it per se. So you have this backpack on, and you're walking and you're going along, right? Just normal going on about your business. You had a loss, some type of loss. Something got added. You had a memory added. You had a goodbye added. You had a moment that like changed your life added. And then over time, like by the time you add all this stuff in, think of it like bricks or something heavy. By the time you add all this stuff in, like it kind of weighs you down over time, and then it becomes like heavier and heavier and heavier, not because you're weak and you can't carry it or anything like that, but because you've been carrying a lot. Yeah. And so here's what most people don't realize though is that you don't just take it off and drop the backpack and just say, you know what, I'm healed. I'm healed. I took this backpack off, all this heaviness, I'm healed. But instead, healing looks more like this. You slowly begin to unpack what's in the backpack. You slowly begin to take stuff out of the backpack. You take it off. You take, a little bit out of it at a time because you're trying to unpack it, okay? It's like one memory at a time, one emotion at a time, one layer at a time. And then understand that takes time to take that out, to heal through this one, to heal through that one, to come to grips with this memory or come to grips with this life situation. It's going to take some time, right? So let's talk about what's happening internally, like why all that's going on. So what's happening is your mind and your body, it needs to feel safe, right? So your mind and body needs to feel safe. But before they fully release all the pain. So you can't even feel safe internally because you still have the pain. And until you're able to release that pain, you can't even feel safe because you still have the pain. Okay? So if you've been like pushing through, staying strong, taking care of everything and everyone else, your system may not have even had the chance to fully process what you've experienced. And a lot of people don't understand that if they haven't been through multiple losses at a time, they're on the outside looking in. And so they're basing it on their experience of a loss at a time or a difficult situation at a time, but you haven't had just one difficult situation or just one loss. You could have had multiple losses. In addition to multiple losses, you could have had life changes. In addition to life changes, you could have had disappointments. In the middle of disappointments, you also could have had, grieving the loss of a relationship that you thought it was. In the midst of all that, you could have been grieving your life that you thought it was going to be. You see how all that stuff kind of piles up, and it's just not one quick fix. So that's why, trying to heal through all of that kind of takes time. So, like, even if time has passed and your healing may be just catching up. That's the thing. It's like it may just now be catching up because time is passing, and you may be healing a little bit at a time, but now it's just maybe catching up. And so this is where a lot of people get kind of frustrated with themselves though, because they start to think stuff like, I should be over this, or I shouldn't still feel this way. I should be able to live normally now. I don't understand why I've dealt with this for so long. I'm not this type of person. Usually I can move forward and move through things faster. But the thing is that healing doesn't follow a timeline. Does not follow a timeline. And it follows like death. And so it's like the deeper the loss, the deeper the process. So you could have had a loss of whatever type of loss or grief or all the other losses that I named, and then you had something else that hit you and it was so deep. And sometimes it's so deep because of who the person was or what the loss was, or what you lost, or the disappointment that, like, you thought this would have never happened, and so that's even harder to get over. Yeah. And so, but here's what I want you to hold on to, sis. Like, you're not behind, you're not doing it wrong or anything like that, you're not healing wrong or anything like that. Your heart is just healing at the pace that it actually needs to heal at, because again, it takes time. So just bear with me and hear me on this part. God is not rushing your healing. He is not. God is not rushing your healing, but instead he's walking you through it. Yes, he's walking with you through your healing, and he's being patient. He's being gentle, but he's patiently and gently walking with you step by step. He's not rushing you. So instead of like pressuring yourself and saying things like, I should be past it, give yourself the permission to be in it so you can heal through it and understand it. Because healing is not about speed. Yeah, it's not about speed, sis. It's about restoration and restoring yourself back to like where you used to be. Or sometimes it catapults you and pushes you even higher than you used to be. Yep. And just remember that restoration, it takes time. Okay. So don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just understand it's going to take some time, but just kind of heal through it and know that God's with you in the midst of everything that you're going through. He will never leave you nor forsake you. And it says that the Bible says that God is close to the brokenhearted. Okay. So he's with you through whatever you're going through. All right, sis. So if this message helped you find a little bit of clarity or peace, make sure you like and subscribe. And as always, I'm wishing you peace, love, joy, and happiness. My name's Melinda. I'm a life coach, a registered nurse, and a mentor. And on our channel, we focus on faith, healing, and emotional wellness. All right. So again, wishing you peace, love, joy, and happiness. I hope this message helped you, and have a great day. All right. Bye.